Now I'm reading this news from Dexerto. And Pocket Pair shocks Palworld fans with official dating sim. It's called Palworld More Than Just Pals. And I gotta wonder, like, is it really shocking? Like, are you really shocked? You know, can you record yourself being shocked? I want to see it on your face. I don't believe it. I want to see a TikTok video or a YouTube short with the person clicking on the internet and all of a sudden coming across Palworld in 2025 and being shocked. Like, I want to see that shocking expression. I want to see if it's real. I want to see, you know, like an actual human being getting shocked by the fact that Palworld is making a dating sim. Like, from a 1 to 10, how shocked are you? Because, like, I'm generally starting to wonder if people aren't exaggerating a little fucking bit. Just a little bit, not a lot. But, like, just a little bit, like, out of the entire internet, knowing what you know up until now. You know, seeing all the gore videos on Twitter with the war in Ukraine, seeing all of the nasty shit that is being shared around on Twitter and all of that, right? That didn't train you. That didn't empower you so that when you see this, it's not shocking. And you're like, okay, well, I guess, like, the company is just trying to do business, right? Like, there's a group of people out there that are into this stuff. I'm definitely not one of them. But, like, there are people out there that are into this stuff. And so the company wants to make money. And they're going to use the money in order to make a game that I will probably like. This used to be a business tactic from many companies, by the way, Nintendo especially. Like, they would have a couple of franchises that they knew they're money makers. And every now and then they would make a game specifically for their target audience, like giving the customer literally what they want in order to make money. And then they would use that money in order to try out new IPs, in order to try out more risky stuff that may not have sold. And so that business practice managed to get Nintendo into the powerhouse that it is today. Meanwhile, Western companies, they didn't do that. Like, I'm looking at Hollywood, right? Like, Hollywood became woke as fuck. And at some point, they must have realized that wokeness doesn't sell. And for a while, Hollywood producers tried doing the same stuff. And while they were doing the same stuff, they were actually staying afloat with the wokeness. But after a while, they couldn't do it anymore, so they went broke. But basically, Marvel would do this, right? So, like, every now and then, they would come out with a movie that's actually good. Like, they would come up with a movie that was definitely what the fans wanted, and it would put it there and make a lot of money, like Endgame, right? So, like, Marvel Avengers Endgame. Like they gave the fans what the fans wanted to see. And then they would come up with something else. They would come up with Captain Marvel. Right? And they would go all woke out. They would be incredibly antagonistic towards their fans. They would try to push all of the radical extremist far left ideals. And they knew that movie probably won't sell, but like they would try anyway. Like they would try to force the market with it. And the only way they could force the market is with the money that they made from Avengers Endgame. And so like this is smart business. Like you know what the market wants, and you know that there are people moralizing about it, right? Like there are people that don't want this type of stuff. Because they're against any type of erotica anyway. It's not like, oh, if you take Palworld and you replace it with Ushikushi succubus ladies, all of a sudden those people were like, well, I didn't like Palworld, but now I like this. Like, no, they just don't want any type of erotica for whatever reason. And so, if you listen to those people, you don't make money. And if you don't make money, you can't pay your staff. And if you can't pay your staff, you get out of a business. Those people aren't affected, right? Like the moral busybody, they don't get affected. They're not even cheering. They're not even fixing the problem. Because we're pretending now that Palworld is like, what, the only game on Steam that promotes erotica? Really? And even if you get rid of Steam, it's like, okay, did you purge the internet of erotica? Really? Like, you're not solving the problem, right? Because these people that are moral busybodies, they're not interested in solving the problem. They're interested in moral busybodying, right? Like, look at the people that complain about Trench Crusader, right? Like, they're complaining about Warhammer 40k. They're getting their wish. They're still complaining about it. They're complaining about Trench Crusader. They're getting their wish. They're still complaining about it. And so, like, the same people that are complaining about Palworld, if Palworld doesn't exist, they will still complain about other things. They will complain about the coffin of Ashley and Lele. And they never promote stuff. Like, did you notice that? They never tell you, okay, well, we don't like this game. How about this game instead, right? Like, this game is better. Maybe you should try it. Because, like, our product is better. They don't do that. They just nag, you know? They're like, an Eastern European 65-year-old lady that sits at the balcony and just grumples about the new generation. It's like, oh my god, look at what the new people are into. They're going clubbing. They're going clubbing. Like, look at the ladies showing their tits. Like, why are they wearing cleavages like that? Literally, that's what they are. But it's on the internet. And for some reason, many Western companies are taking those people seriously, and the companies that don't take them seriously are making money. And if you make money, then you can actually make good products. And so, yeah, like this whole Palworld thing, I'm not interested in Palworld. Didn't play the first game. I'm not interested in the spin-off. But what I am interested is in the people whining, complaining, and bitching about it. And it's like, oh, we're so shocked. No, you're fucking not. Stop lying. You're not shocked. You're not against, oh my goodness, it's Palworld. You'd be against any type of game that's a dating sim. And so let the company make money. Let the company become from a AA developer to a AAA, and then maybe we can have some good fucking games. This is a company that got sued, right? And why did they get sued? Because they finally gave the customer whatever they wanted. Like, people were asking for a good Pokemon game for decades now. And they were genuinely telling the developers what they want, only to have the developers not listen to them. And so it took for the people that made Palworld to finally give the market what they wanted. And now there's other people that, well, they want some good games that are dating sims. And they're giving those people what they wanted. You're not, like, why aren't you trying to convince people not to like this game? Because that's something interesting from the Moral Busybody. They never tried to make the argument on why people shouldn't like this type of game. Instead, you're basically saying, no, the developer shouldn't make these games, Steam shouldn't sell them. You're not fixing the problem because the market is still there, right? So if this game doesn't exist, they will buy something else that's similar anyway. Like, you have the customer that has the mindset in buying this type of thing. And you think that it's okay to position yourself in front of him who's a stranger. Like, he can be a Brazilian, he can be from a completely different country than you, he can have a completely different set of morality than you. But you want to become a problem for him. And then the question is, why won't he become a problem for you? Because that's what happened with woke ideologues, right? Like, this is why wokeness failed. Wokeness failed because it started becoming a problem for people that didn't even care about the political issues. They just wanted to grill. It's like, I just want to install a dating sim on my game. I want to play it. Leave me the fuck alone. And you're like, no, I'm not going to leave you alone. And so now I need to find other people that like dating sims so we can fuck with you as well, right? Because, like, apparently this is the type of world you want to live in, where people just constantly go after each other. And so, will this game be popular? Abso-fucking-lutely it will. It will ride on the popularity of Palworld, which was already massive. There's a huge, huge demand for these types of games because there's a drought. There's not that many. And so if it complies to Steam and it manages to sell on Steam, it's going to be colossal. And hopefully, like, what I am actually hoping is that the company which makes this is going to invest this money into making a game that I actually may like. Because now I'm actually getting interested, right? They seem to listen to the customer. They seem to be interested in giving the market what it wants. And unfortunately, the market is way too ideological. Like, it's got dominated by the far left up until now. And we haven't got what people actually want in a long time. And so when I see a company that actually does care about the customer, I tend to get a little bit interested and see if they're not going to make a good product. Let me know what you think, and as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.